Do you have a head cold?
Check.
Do you have chicken stock?
Check.
Let's replace all the cold medicine in your medicine cabinet with chicken noodle soup, good enough to kick any head cold. Stick with us, and we're going to show you how. So yes, I have come down with head cold over the past couple of days.
Please turn the thermostat up to 90 and leave me alone.
And we couldn't think of a better way to kick that and utilize some of our beautiful chicken stock that we've made in a previous video. The link is right up there.
Right up there.
Couldn't think of anything better to do than to make chicken noodle soup. It's something that my grandma and my mom used to make when I was sick, and I know that I'm not the only one out there that has had loved ones make soup to help heal a cold. So today we're going to show you how to utilize chicken stock, whether ones that you've made or ones from the store. A little bit of mirepoix, some knife work, and a roasted chicken to make the best rustic, cozy, lovely chicken noodle soup. In this episode as well, rather than starting from scratch with the chicken, which you are more than welcome to do, we went to the store and grabbed a $5 rotisserie chicken from Costco. It's going to save us time, and it's also one of those that when you're low energy or you just want something really quick but delicious and homemade, it's a very easy way to elevate something that's store-bought. So, Xander man,
Yeah?
you're going to be doing most of the work today.
Yes.
I'm going to hop behind the camera here. We're going to do this in 30 minutes or less, and it's going to be a really simple and easy chicken soup that you can make. Whether it's a weeknight where you don't have much time, or you've got yourself or a loved one that's feeling under the weather, this is going to be one of the best things you can do for them. We're going to wash our hands really good today. We're going to secure our cutting board, and we're going to get in the kitchen. We'll see you there. All right, now that our hands are completely washed, our cutting board is secure, Xander man has taken his place at the steering wheel of the kitchen today. He's going to be cutting up most of our vegetables. He's going to be doing most of the cooking, as soup almost always tastes better when someone else makes it for you. So I appreciate that. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
If you're looking for any of the ingredients, the recipe, the equipment list, all of your mise en place, we've decided in this video that we're going to move everything down to the description of the video. That way you have a screenshotable place to grab all of that information. So we're going to start by getting our ingredient mise en place ready. So we're going to start with our mirepoix. Xander's going to cut everything roughly about the same size. That way everything cooks evenly in the soup and all at the same time. This is super important. Also, keeping things small enough that they're going to fit on your spoon and not fall off. We're going to add our celery, carrots, onions, and our garlic to our mirepoix bowl. We're going to get our aromatics ready as well. So we've got rosemary, thyme, and bay leaves. From here, again, we're using a rotisserie chicken that we picked up at Costco for $5. Can't really beat that. If you want to use your own roasted chicken, by all means, go ahead. If you want to use raw chicken and cook that into your stock, by all means. We're going to need to take it all off the bones, though. So this is a little bit of a messy process, but it's one that's going to matter and make the difference between a subpar soup and one that's going to kick your cold in the butt. So we're going to take all of the meat off the bones. We're going to use the white meat. We're going to use the dark meat. We're going to make sure that we shred it down off the bone, making sure that we're not getting any little bones or pieces of cartilage. We're trying to avoid using too much of the skin too, because that's going to be a bit flabby in the soup. We like both the white and the dark meat in our house. If you want to use one or the other, go for it. And then we're going to go back through it, make sure we didn't miss any bones. From there, you're going to want to maintain that uniformity. And we're going to cut the chicken down a little bit more so it's not really big shreds. Feel free to leave it that way, but in this case, we're going to cut it down roughly about the same size as our mirepoix. Once we've picked all of the meat that we can or want off of the roasted chicken, this is a great place to pause and grab a Ziploc bag and save all of those bones so that way you can make a new batch of chicken stock for your next soup or gravy or sauce. We're just going to pull all the air that we can out of the Ziploc bag, and then we're going to toss it in our freezer. And then when we need it, we're ready to go with some roasted chicken bones. So once we have our mirepoix, we have our rotisserie chicken shredded, we have our aromatics ready to go, then we're going to move over to the stove, and we're going to get a Dutch oven on. We're using a larger Dutch oven. Once we get our pot on the stove, we're gonna kick it on high, and then we're gonna add 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil or whatever cooking oil you want to use. Once that starts to shimmer, that means it's hot enough. We're going to carefully pour our mirepoix into the pan. Now, this is the part where things can splatter, things can get a little scary. This is where I'm going to step in real quick and do this so that way Xander stays safe. Now, if you're doing this with little ones at home, recommend that you step in here if you can. But this recipe too, you can see, is almost entirely taken care of by Xander. So once we've started to sweat the vegetables, they've become aromatic. We're going to keep the heat up just a little bit, and now we're going to start to get some color on our vegetables. This is going to add a backbone of flavor. It's going to caramelize some of the sugars in the vegetables, and it's going to start to cook them further. Again, we go from sweating to caramelizing. That's kind of the stages that we go through, sweating being first. And then once that starts to sweat, moisture comes out, you can begin to caramelize. We're going to caramelize our vegetables just a bit. You'll start to see the color on the bottom of the pan, creating what's called a fond. That's where those bits of cooked vegetables and sugars start to collect, and that's going to add a ton of flavor to our soup. Once the vegetables have cooked for about 5-6 minutes or so, we're going to carefully add our aromatics in. We're going to cook those for another 15-20 seconds. You'll start to smell those as well. They'll be very aromatic. And from here, we're going to add our stock. We've got about 2 quarts of homemade chicken stock. If you've got a stock at home that you like to use or one that you find in the stores, go for it. Use whatever you like or you have on hand. You can make this as easy or as complicated as you want. We're going to carefully add our 2 quarts of chicken stock here. And we have a little bit of extra at the bottom of our jars, so we don't want to waste that. So a little quick grandma trick was to rinse out your can or your jar just with a little bit of water, swirl it around to get all the good bits, and pour that in as well. From here, now that we've added our chicken stock, we're going to bring everything up to a nice simmer, and we're going to simmer it for roughly about 10 minutes or so. This is going to finish cooking the vegetables without overcooking. They want a little bit of texture. It's also going to marry all the flavors together. It's going to reduce the stock just a bit, so it's going to intensify the flavor. It's going to take your basic chicken noodle soup, and it's going to bring that up to professional levels. Once that is simmered for that roughly about 10 minutes, then it's time to add our rotisserie chicken. We're going to carefully add that into our pot, making sure that we're gently sliding it in so it doesn't splatter and get us burned, right, buddy?
Right.
Once that's in, give it a stir, and then we're going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. Then it's time to add our noodles. Now, we are using little egg noodles called bonetti. These are going to fit on our spoon really nice, but this is kind of another one of those choose your own adventure situations. That pasta is going to cook for just a couple more minutes. Use your judgment. We're going to go for al dente, which means to the tooth. That means it's got a little bit of chew to it. It's not too far gone, but it's not crunchy.
But Dad, why haven't we seasoned anything yet?
That's a good question and a really good point. So we've been waiting to season until the very end here for a couple of different reasons. One, in this recipe, we're using a store-bought chicken, and that has been seasoned outside of our hands, so we can't tell for sure how much salt that's going to add to our soup. Also, as we reduce everything, that we run the risk of over-seasoning. If we add salt in at the very beginning, and we've got a gallon of liquid, and that reduces, that intensifies the salt. So we're going to reduce it as far as we want, cook the pasta in, make sure everything's good and ready to rock and roll, and then we're going to add our salt and our pepper at the end, making sure to use our tasting spoons and taste it. All right, so now that we've checked for seasoning, we've tasted it, we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to plate it up. Take our ladle and pour it off into a bowl, and then we're going to be able to garnish it however we want to. If you want some more fresh herbs, if you want some chili flakes or hot sauce, however you want, we're going to add a few chives off of our garden. I'm going to cut those down tiny, pour them over the top, and it's ready to rock and roll. Now, just like that, in less than 30 minutes, we have a perfectly cooked, tasty, flavor-packed, cold-killing chicken noodle soup, ready to help friends or family, or just enjoy on a cold day too. If you liked what you saw here, go ahead and like and subscribe, share this with everybody, go ahead and make a batch for your friends and family when they're feeling sick, and let us know how it worked. Until the next one, we'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Medicine's ready, Dad.
Oh, yeah. Better already.